When I told Ellen that I needed to have friends, she said she did not want to have a girlfriend that needed that. And that is the day I left.
Ellen DeGeneres is being sued nearly 2 years after allegedly causing a car crash.
But another's. Why do you think she tried to put me in an institution, folks? I called my mother. Guess what? 2 people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing.
That anxious or that quick moving that was going on the other side of the vehicle. Oh my gosh, he's completely alive. He was trying to get away.
Y'all, Ellen DeGeneres is once again at the center of a storm. And this time, it ain't about a toxic workplace or awkward interviews. She's being dragged into court over a hit-and-run style car crash in California. But the creepiest part? Heche, her ex who tragically passed in a suspicious accident, warned us years ago.
Asked her to come and meet me for lunch at the Four Seasons, and I was greeted by 5 suits. Ellen was sitting in a chair, and I said, as far as I remember, I didn't invite anybody else to lunch today. And they said, we know that you want to take Ellen to the premiere, and we're here to tell you that you will be fired from your $10 million picture deal if you do it.
So here's the tea. A woman just filed a lawsuit claiming that on October 16th, 2023, Ellen blew through a stop sign in Santa Barbara County and T-boned her car. Court docs say it was a 4-way stop, and the woman swears she had the right of way. Ellen? She allegedly came out of nowhere and smashed straight into her vehicle. The victim says she suffered serious injuries, massive hospital bills, lost wages, and ongoing trauma. Basically, her life was turned upside down, and all fingers point at Ellen. But fans are like, this isn't even the wildest Ellen story we've heard. Before her death, Heche had been speaking out. And y'all, the things she revealed about Ellen? Straight up disturbing. She claimed Ellen blacklisted her in Hollywood, teamed up with her own mother to institutionalize her, and made her life a nightmare.
Every single truth that I spoke, I was hit more, buried more, or despised more, and then had calculated visions and circulations of systems that spun me up and out of the system that would in any way challenge the fact that she was not telling her own truth, but another's. Why do you think she tried to put me in an institution, folks? I called my mother. Guess what? 2 people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing. I did not and could not ask God for what that would be. All I could do was stay on my truth, do what I was doing, and study this thing called love that we tried to bury. And now I am up and out of the ground. And unfortunately, those 2 women could not shut me down.
Anne exposed Ellen's obsession with money and power, saying she couldn't love anyone but herself. She even warned Portia de Rossi before her marriage, calling Ellen a walking red flag.
I hope you like your money, because that's why I broke up with you. Do you like sitting on your piles of cash? Because guess what? It gets you exactly where you are. And by the way, baby, it's what you wanted then, and I hope you're liking it now.
Or you broke up with her because...
I broke up with her because her goal was to have a lot of money, and mine was to find love, and hers was I want 60 billion. Good luck. Our forks are never going to meet. Portia even asked me about Ellen before, Portia came to my wedding because I was on Ellen McBeal with her, and Portia even said, I'm gonna go after Ellen. I know you're not. I'm like, but you won't be the poster child, girl, because guess what? That poster child has already been taken, and by the way, it wasn't a great spot, but yours ain't gonna be any easier, and I'm telling you now, like, red flag, red flag, red flag.
Fans are now revisiting Anne's podcast clips and saying she literally told us Ellen was dangerous and nobody listened. The deeper you go, the more unsettling it gets. Anne described bizarre experiences, like feeling guided to drive into a random desert town, half-dressed and dehydrated back in 2000. And when Anne tragically crashed in 2022, the details didn't add up. First responders said she was fine, then her condition suddenly worsened. The autopsy later revealed she was not impaired by substances, despite early police claims.
Well, LA City Fire Department, their paramedics pulled that driver from that vehicle. We have tape of that, and then basically had him on a gurney. We weren't sure what the situation was there on his condition, but then as he made his way over to the ambulance, you see it right there, he jumps up out of that gurney. It was horrific, scary for a moment for everybody watching. And then the fire department, well, they had to sedate him and take him to the hospital.
That viral clip of Anne literally sitting up on the stretcher after being covered like she was already gone, fans still can't shake it. Comments were like, nah, something's off here. She wasn't supposed to survive that moment. And here's the kicker. Anne isn't the only ex of Ellen's who died in a car crash. Back in the 80s, Ellen dated Kat Perkoff, who also lost her life in a suspicious collision. Some people whispered about mafia ties and cover-ups. Now people are connecting dots, saying Ellen's history with car-related tragedies is more than just coincidence. Was Anne digging too deep into Ellen's secrets before her crash? Did Ellen's power in Hollywood bury the truth for decades? Fans online are convinced Anne was silenced. One viral tweet even said, "Anne wasn't crazy. She was telling the truth, and Hollywood made sure we ignored her." Ellen may have reinvented herself as a be kind talk show host, but the lawsuits, Anne's warnings, and the eerie coincidences are making people see her in a whole different light. And y'all, the fact that Ellen said she'll never return to the US again? Yeah, that statement hits different now. What do you think? Was Anne Heche really trying to expose Ellen all along? Or is this just Hollywood conspiracy talk? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss the drama.